Very good morning to everyone from around the world, whoever's tuning in to this video. Thumbnail is very reminiscent of what we are going to look up and find out as to what are the stories behind Harry Maguire, his current position in the squad, his current English dilemma, his current situation with the England squad, his current situation with his current coach, his current situation with his English coach, and all his teammates, of course. So, just let's not waste time. Let's dive in to Harry Maguire, right? Harry Maguire. What do we know about this player? 80 million, Leicester to Man United. Leicester Player of the Year, of course. Then United bid for him. We got him. He was England's number one centre back, came in with that reputation. And we all know what happens to English players, right? Like they get butchered. They get butchered. Um, the media tries to support them a lot, but they get butchered by the overseas fans uh, to a greater extent. Like you have like, the amount of pressure that we as non British fan base put on English players is insane. The reasons are pretty clear because British players are overhyped, they are overinflated. I mean, their market price and their salaries, of course, they are, of course, overpaid as well. Their wages are pretty high. We can see that if we can take any recent transfers that has happened for a British player to any club, if okay, we'll consider British clubs first. So we can see the trend with Sancho, we can see the asking price of Declan Rice, we can see the price of Harry Maguire, we can see what Kyle Walker and John Stones, like they were really high budget transfers, right? Paying insane amount of money for a defender, paying insane amount of wages for a defender. I am not against any of these, ideas, but this is what happens when the snowball effect comes in. You get an English player, they stop performing, or they perform very, bleakly or weakly. They become the weak link of the team, and at the end of the day, people will go back to the records book and check what is this player all about. The first thing that they'll see is he came in for a huge fee. The next thing they'll see is they are on a huge wage. And the third thing that they will do is they'll start making assumption as to why are we spending so much. So it is a thing with any company, any organization that you would be a part of or you would be associated with. So with Man United, if Harry Maguire is to be a chosen, player where we have to analyze and dissect everything that he's about, we will first see as to what his current run of performance is. Current run of performance will go, and we can go as recent as the last game. He came on for like 12-15 minutes, I think. Uh, he he got carded in the first 40 seconds, right? Casemiro did miss a ball, but Harry Maguire just dived in and he just conceded a card, right? He knocked the player. He from behind. He just clipped the ankle and he got carded. He got yellow carded. The entire idea of Harry Maguire being on the pitch was to have some fresh legs in the defense because Licha was not. There was some fitness issues with Licha during the game. He got a bit of knock. So when a defender comes on in, there are certain responsibilities on him. You're playing at the highest level, so those kind of mistakes, can prove costly because one more goal and Arsenal will be straight back in the game. They'll play with a different amount of motivation and confidence. So performance of the last game is very uh, reminiscent of the fact that when Harry Maguire was bought in from Leicester City, we have only seen his game from a very. Uh, he has only shown us a game which is very mediocre. At best, the games that he has been good. They were average games. We have never. Have you ever recalled a Harry Maguire performance and said that guy is world class? That guy is giving everything for the badge. That guy is willing to die for the badge. I don't remember doing that. I have never even praised or never even had a brief moment of his game time with United where I've seen, oh my god, what a player! Oh my god, he saved us. Though he saved us the goal, or he intercepted. That was a very good interception or something like that. Maybe that has happened. I will not exaggerate. Maybe that has happened, but those moments are so small and irrelevant when compared to the mistakes that he has done, the callousness that he has produced, the cards that he has received, the dire straits that he has left our defense in, the sheer amount of uh, sadness that he has caused in the fan base is is pretty damn high, right? We cannot just overlook the fact and as a Man United player keep forgiving players, right? We cannot do that. I mean, no one has to do that. It's their choice if they like the player or not. But if you compare performances to everything that the player is receiving at this point of time, like of course the money, the transfer fees, the wages, and everything else, it somehow it becomes really painful for a fan to see someone who's coming in with so much expectations and then just failing in and out. And it's not like he's not got chances. He became the captain of the team and then kept on getting starts. Kept failing, he kept on getting starts. And that was when the fan base was tired of him. New manager comes in, sees couple of games of Harry Maguire, understands that he's a problem, and directly benches him, right? Now, the point being, the captain has still not been permanently decided. The captain has been benched. Harry Maguire has been benched. He's not starting as a primary defender for our team. Varane and Martinez will be the primary duo. Point here is when one of them gets injured, which they will, right? I'm not talking about rotation and stuff like that. Rotation and stuff like that, we'll come onto that pretty soon. But when one of them gets injured, Maguire will have to fill in because center back, right? He has to fill in the spot. And when he fills in the spot, what happens to our defense? Well, you saw what happened with Arsenal, right? We'll hope if someday one of our defenders gets a knock or not well to play one particular game, we don't lose the game courtesy Harry Maguire, right? We will all hope that. We have been, whenever I see Harry Maguire, I get, some kind of anxiety, the same anxiety that I used to get with Rashford last season, same anxiety I got seeing Dalot last season, McTominay last season. Dalot has improved. I will not lie. Dalot has just risen above the ranks, and he's just doing well for himself, well for the team, and he's showing the Man United spirit. Rashford still past. He's still way off his best, but he's producing the goods. That's what matters. If Maguire would have done the same, he would have not you know been on his toe for the entirety of the game, but would have saved us some goals or would have been sensible, right, on the pitch. Then we wouldn't have really complained, right? We like this would the magnitude of this issue would not have been that huge. So now when Maguire is under the scanner, and he has kind of always been, when you are a British player, you will be under the scanner. Though the media pressure will be on your side. The English media will kind of prefer the English players. That's what they do, right? That's what they do. English players, English managers. So the media tries to protect them. Everyone will do. I am not against the fact again, but when as an English captain, as a captain of Man United and as an English player, when you are under the scanner from everyone else around the world, there is nothing else left to do than to perform, right? So now, what are we going to witness with Harry Maguire? Firstly, we have 4 more games before we go on a small international break for or 14 days, right? 4 games have 2 Europa games and 2 Premier League games. We play Sociedad, we play Crystal Palace, we play Sheriff, and I think we play Leeds. Leeds is a derby. Crystal Palace is a mid-table team who have who have shown glimpses of brilliance this season, and we cannot just neglect it. Cannot neglect it, right? Sheriff has beaten Real Madrid last season. It's not even one full year since they have beaten Real Madrid in the Champions League. Sociedad is another, Spanish La Liga kind of your traditional Spanish team, right? So none of these games can be taken lightly. Firstly, I know Europa League. I know there are no Arsenal, or there are no Liverpool, or there are no Barcelona, no Real Madrid. I know that, right? But the idea behind winning tournaments are the exact same when it comes to playing Liverpool, Arsenal, or your Leeds, Crystal Palace, or Real Madrid, Barcelona, or your Sociedad and Sheriff, right? The idea being consistency. If we perform at a very basic level and our basics are inside our head, very deeply rooted, we will keep the performances. Winning against Liverpool and Arsenal is great. Maintaining the consistency with the lower table and the bottom table team, where we have to do that week in and week out, because top tier teams are, you can count them on your fingers, right? 5-6 teams that you're going to face in the entire season. But these mid-table teams, there's so many, and there's so many games that you have to be consistent. There is no other way. Man City dropped points against Aston Villa. On a given day, even we can drop points. Maybe we can even lose to Aston Villa. We can lose to Crystal Palace. So these are the games, those become the make or break. The other games where you play Man City and everything else, after you come back from the break, you are already on a run of 2 victories and you play Man City. The confidence matters. You're going to Etihad, of course. The confidence needs to matter. But along with the confidence, what else needs to matter is that you have the goods to back it up. You have the goods to back it up, and those goods are the victories that you will carry with you, the performances that you'll carry with you. So for Harry Maguire, these 4 games, there will be games, because these are 4 games in the span of 2 weeks, right? Couple of games every week, including 2 Premier League games and 2 European nights, Thursday football. So these games become really important, because we are not going to field Lisandro Martinez and Varane for all the 4 games, right? We will have to rotate. Now, it's not about injury, it's about fitness. We have to preserve players as well for certain games that the manager feels is more to be focused on. I would feel Ten Hag will really fancy his chances to winning the Europa. Being a realistic supporter, I'm very optimistic as well. But being a very realistic supporter, I would hope we have greater chance of winning the Europa League than winning the Premier League. And somewhere I think even Ten Hag knows that. Though I want to win the Premier League very badly, and every time United go on a winning run, every time United go on a a small stretch of great football or great results, I am always up for the fact that they can go ahead and win the league, or they can secure a spot that they're aiming for, right? So that is about me, and that is what I feel. So if Ten Hag wants to fancy his chances against European teams or Europa, there will be a rotation. He will want to rest a certain set of players at certain games. Players will start. The players we have never seen start, they will start. Casemiro will start. Maguire will get his chance. That will happen. Now, what will be Maguire's attitude? Because we saw he just got the captain's armband last day. When he came on, Bruno just straight away gave his captain's armband, right? He was an on-field player. He just took his captain's band and gave it to Maguire. So he's still the captain of the squad, even though he's sitting on the bench. but he will not be there for the longest. This season is a very tricky season. Firstly, the World Cup has fucked things up. The timing of the World Cup. It's a winter World Cup, right? And it's very tiring for the players to have a winter. Already in English football, you have the Boxing Days and everything else that a lot of games get combined up, and it's a mess, right? And now you don't have that part maybe, but you have a full intense top tier football where you cannot try and be, restful or peaceful or whatever. You're not on a holiday in Qatar, right? You're there to win games. It will be more brutal than the Premier League. Like, players from all around the world will try to eat you up, gobble you up. Harry Maguire's place in England's squad, as Gareth Southgate has also mentioned in the past, that it is safe. He still feels he's United's best centre back. He said this, I think, last year when we only had Varane and Maguire. So he felt that Maguire is better than Varane. I don't know why was that. I think it's kind of a player, upliftment that you do for your own squad players. You keep them motivated. I think that's the reason behind it. But if Maguire doesn't perform on the level that he's expected to, will he get chances? Because England have, defending decent replacements, right? They have Tomori, they have Gue. Gue is a Crystal Palace player, so there will be a match against Crystal Palace this as soon as, like, this week, right? We will face Crystal Palace the next game week. So if Man United field Harry Maguire and it's a match versus two centre backs of England, that will be something to watch, right? That will be something to you can sense. There will be some kind of tension in the Harry Maguire camp and the Gue camp to fight for places. So Southgate has said that Maguire's place is safe. I still believe that Maguire has to perform at the highest level to still be a part of the starting 11 for England. He will be there on the, in the final squad, but the starting 11 is a place where, considerations need to happen, because his current state of form does not justify his position in the English 11. Again, he might fit the English style of play where he has, till now he has had protection from players in front of him, but when it comes to United, he only had Fred and McTominay, and those were Fred 1.0 and McTominay 1.0. He never witnessed the new rejuvenated McTominay to be protecting him. Again, these are all hypothetical things. His own game claimed. You can rely on your teammates for the longest, but when you can see very obvious tackles that you can win 1v1 and you lose them, it becomes a pain, right? I understand having no pace, having certain other qualities that other players don't have, being good physically, having a good height, you can win balls, and still you don't. So those are the points where you can, question a player, and that is what we are doing. We are not questioning him for having less pace or something like that. We are questioning him for not defending, where a European schoolboy will go ahead and make the tackle and defend that certain ball. There have been numerous examples where anyone in the world would come in and be a better defender than Harry Maguire, right? So if we analyze everything and sum it up, Harry Maguire has to fight for his place. He will get chances. That's not even a doubt. He will get his chances. He will get opportunities. He will get time to prove himself. Right? With Ten Hag, he definitely wants the highest standard for the club, and we have seen that his press conferences are so streamlined into saying that he wants the best for the squad. He wants a squad, not a team. He wants the same intensity of performance week in and week out. He says nothing else. He just says these things, one line answers, and he gets away. Now we realize that when he says that one thing, he means that one thing. And he's not afraid of benching Ronaldo. He's not afraid of benching Maguire. He doesn't care about the media. So he will do that. Right? And now is the time where Harry Maguire will get his chances. The next 4 games, he will get starts. I don't know where, how. Starts is a plural or not, I don't know. But there will be starts. You will definitely see a shake-up in this starting 11 for the European night that we'll have this Thursday against Sociedad. You will definitely see that. That is for granted. Like, you will not see the same starting 11 that we have been having for the longest in the last 3-4 games. You might see Anthony playing. You might see Anthony getting the game time. You might see Ilanga coming on. You might see Ronaldo starting. The first, I mean, the Europa game of a lifetime. I mean, he has played Europa, right, in Sporting Lisbon. I don't remember. Maybe he has. So now Harry Maguire's time starts. The clock starts to tick. His World Cup dreams will lie on these games against Crystal Palace if he gets a start. Because there is another centre back for England who will be playing. So the head-to-head things will kind of matter. European nights might be a place of redemption for Harry Maguire. He might as well, take up the mantle there. Maybe against Leeds. I'm not sure against Leeds that will be a case because we'll start with Varane and Martinez. That's my feeling again. Never know with the manager. But Harry Maguire, all in all, these are the games where I think Harry Maguire will have to define his purpose if he ever has one. And these are the games where his future as a Manchester United player and an English player will be questioned out and out. And these are the most 4 important games of his life. Why? Because McTominay was as garbage as Maguire last season. He took his chance. He's a better player now, at least in the last 2 games, right? Tello took his chances and he's a better player now, right? He fought for his place against Van Bissaka. He rose up the ranks, and now he's a regular starter. He'll be there on and on, and games in and games out, he will be there. And he took his chances. He fancied his chances, and he's a better player now under this coach. The coach trusts him. He trusts the game. He trusts the team. He trusts the faith that the coach has in him, and he's doing better. The same thing needs to happen with Maguire, and he should be the one who should go ahead and put in a strong statement of intent that I am here. I will fight for my spot. I will fight for my team. I am the captain of the team and I deserve to be on the pitch. And give the manager this intent by your performance in the next 4 games, because you will definitely get game time. Then there will be a huge amount of good problems on the manager's desk, and then you can leave everything up to the manager. I think he will make the best decisions that he can for the team and for everyone else around him, including the fans. So that is my Harry Maguire time for this week. We will come back with the Ten Hag intensity ferociousness kind of a video very soon, and where we dissect what Ten Hag's exact demands with the players are, what his exact ideologies of how he wants the game to be played at United are. We will make a video on it very soon. But this is for now. Harry Maguire, summed up his conditions, his situations summed up. The next 4 games, make or break, guys. Make or break for Harry Maguire. His hopes for World Cup, his chances for Man United, and chances for a better player, right? So thank you guys for tuning in. If you will like my face and like what I say, please drop a like, maybe consider following, subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.